Happy Thursday, guys. Sadly, I haven't won the lottery yet. Total bummer. You know, the kids are all crying. Whatever. I looked online and I was reading this article about the lottery, and it was really interesting, the facts that they were telling. And it turns out that this week's Powerball in America is the biggest jackpot that there's ever been officially now. Because I guess everybody bought like 1 million tickets last night, nobody won. So it's up to $600 and bajillion million, and that's the biggest jackpot since the lottery inception. So I thought that was really cool. Just random factoid for your Thursday, hooray! So yeah, no, I'll be buying tickets finally. I bought a few tickets for yesterday, and I got a sickie over here, so I wasn't able to see if we won anything. Hey, $2 is still winning the lottery, you know, that's your money back, so I'm all about that. What else is going on? Oh, I wanted to tell you about my challenge thing, to talk to a stranger. Tuesday night, they were with Daddy, so I had to run all my errands and do all the boring domestic things that people need to do. So I was running errands, and dog. And I was like, you know, I'm open to conversing with people. Good jujube, you know, just kind of holding on to the happy aura, the approachable aura, whatever term people use to describe that. And I was in Target, just, you know, wandering the clearance aisles, because that's what you do in Target. And, you know, someone just said something about cookies. It was cookies. The cookies were on clearance. And I replied. Normally I would have replied, and I did. And it didn't start a full-fledged conversation, so I didn't count that. But, you know, that was my beginning. That was my working up to. So then I went, and they had bikinis. Who puts out bikinis in January? That's like cruel. But me, I'm finally getting, after 4 months, I'm finally getting my abs back. And I was like, I'm gonna try one on, you know, just because. And I tried one on, and I went out to the lady that was like monitoring the desk, and I was like, is your butt supposed to hang out of these things? Like, because my cheeks, for lack of a better term, I guess the bathing suits are designed to, like Victoria's Secret panties, to show your cheeks. So she was like, yeah, it's for the young ones. So yeah, needless to say, that didn't go over well. So yeah, don't go to Target for bikinis unless you want to be showing at least half of your goodies, at least, okay? Because some people may be into that. So yeah. What else? So I ended up having to get my son's school stuff, and I'm digging through all these notebooks trying to find it. She specifically requested, the teacher specifically requested a marble composition notebook, which are super cheap in school season, right? They were like 50 cents a pop. I would have bought like 30 of them had I known. Now I had to dig through the bins to find even one. And I'm on my knees looking like a complete spaz digging through notebooks. And the lady's like, I've never seen someone so desperate for something, you know, this is an older lady, to, you know, starting a conversation. And I was like, yeah, it's for school. She's like, oh, I remember those days of having to fight people for the last colored pencils. And I was like, yeah, that's my future. So I had a conversation with a stranger. And then I ended up going to Babies R Us because I love their pouches, and they're having a great sale, or Toys R Us with the Babies R Us inside of it. They're having a great sale for anyone that has little ones or anyone that works out camps. Their pouches are on sale, so yay, awesome. I had a really good deal there. I was happy about that. Talked to somebody randomly in the aisle, talked to the cashier. I always try and start a conversation with cashiers because I've been a cashier and I know how much it sucks, so always start a happy conversation with your cashier. And then I was going to stop by the tattoo parlor, a local tattoo parlor, and get a quote for my Men of Letters tattoo, which is actually going to be very small, in honor of my son. And they were supposed to be open until 8, and it was like 6 o'clock, and I was like, no, I'll just run over there, pop by. You know, I haven't been to the shop before, so I always tour and look at people's portfolios, because, you know, if you're looking at a tattoo piece, it's forever. Forever. You know, forget laser tattoos. It's forever, okay? So you need to make sure it's clean. People have all their paperwork out. You know, you like the person's style, and of course that the price is right. Not cheap, right? You know, this is a forever piece of art on your body. So I went, and they were supposed to be open until 8, and they were closed at 6. And I was like, okay, that's really weird, but all right, I'm going with it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm hungry. I'm going to keep going through town and go get something to eat at Panera. So I went and called my mom, see if she wanted anything to eat. Went to Panera. Got my broccoli cheese soup, because that is the only thing to order at Panera. It's delicious. I love it. I love it. And sat down and was just kind of people watching, because I was like, I'm going to start a conversation. I'm going to start a conversation. I'm going to start a conversation. And it was like everyone was paired up, and it's always women pairs, you know, and that's our time to catch up and gossip and relax. So I didn't want to intrude on that. And then all of a sudden, which was hysterical, right? Like, just the timing and the synchronicity. There was a gentleman that I heard behind me going around to the table, said, hi, I'm Mary. I'm a minister. I'm doing a little Bible study here in Panera from 6 to 8. If you'd like to come over and talk about the Word of God, that would be great, you know? And some people said, thank you, no thank you. There was one person that was rude, super rude. I felt bad, like so rude I felt bad for the guy. That rude. He came over to me, and I was like, yeah, thank you. You know, I was eating. Like, maybe I'll come over when I finish. And I'm playing with my phone, you know. And I finished up, and I looked over, because he was, you know, in a corner trying not to monopolize the space. And nobody had popped by. Nobody was talking to him, and everyone that was in there was pretty much out now. And I was like, well, here's my opportunity for conversation, right? You know, it might not be conversation that I had necessarily chosen, but what the heck? So I went over to Larry, and I was like, hey, so, you know, what's your spiel, basically? Because, you know, usually preachers have their specific message that they'd like to get out. And I was like, how'd you get into this? And blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you know, God called upon me, and he told me to come to Panera Bread tonight. And I was like, yep, I've gotten those messages before. He's like, I had no idea what to do in Panera. He's like, I'm a black man in Panera. What am I doing here? And I was like, no, I get it. I've been in that kind of situation before. It's like, you know, you never know who you talk to that, you know, might be back next week. You know, you never know who you talk to that might have just needed a friendly hello to pick up their day. And we kind of talked about, you know, being messengers and all that sort of thing, and how America's kind of going to Hades in a handbasket, because, you know, we're obsessed with things instead of relationships and all that jazz. And it was a really interesting conversation, you know. He was telling me about his wife and his kids. I was telling him about my kids and all that jazz. So it wasn't anything like, you know, I hit on him. It's not like, it wasn't. That's why I'm glad I changed it to conversations instead of hitting on people, because it was a really nice conversation. And, you know, it was just pleasant. It was nice. So I hope that you have had the same kind of experience where it was pleasant, it was nice, it was comfortable talking to another person, connecting to another person, without feeling the pressure for anything else other than just to talk. I hate being cut off by a phone call. Sorry, guys. So, yes, I hope that everyone had a really great, pleasant experience. No pressure. And if you haven't done your homework yet, do it. You still have the entire weekend to get through it. Just remember, it's just about opening up and just connecting with somebody. That's it. No pressure. No phone numbers needed. No true love. No, just have a conversation with someone. Open yourself up to a new experience, a different experience, a relatable experience, and let me know how it went. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.